Have you ever wondered not just how many years you've lived, but how many you have left? Once we reach 70, time feels like it picks up speed. Each year isn't just another candle on a cake. It's a chapter we want to stretch as long as possible. But what if your body is already giving you quiet hints about what's ahead? What if there are signs, small, almost invisible, that can tell you how long you might truly live? In this episode of Echoes of Age, we'll uncover 7 subtle signs that could reveal your longevity after 70. These aren't guesses. They're rooted in research, observations from doctors and scientists who study the lives of those who stay strong and sharp deep into their 80s and 90s. And by the end, you'll know what to pay attention to in your own life and what to do now to extend it. You might not think twice about standing up until the day it becomes difficult. One of the most powerful indicators of your long-term health is how easily you can rise from a seated position without using your hands. It's a test of leg strength, coordination, and core stability, all critical for independence and longevity. Picture 2 people, Elaine and Doris, both 74. Elaine stands up with ease, her legs steady, her posture upright. Doris, however, needs to push off with her arms, wobbles slightly, and feels winded after. That simple movement is telling a deeper story. Struggling to stand isn't just about weak legs. It's often connected to cardiovascular fitness, balance, and even brain function. The good news? Practicing getting up without assistance, even just a few times a day, can reawaken your muscles and restore that strength. If getting up feels harder lately, listen to that signal. It's not just about comfort. It's about how strong your future can be. This one might surprise you. A fading voice can be a sign of aging muscles in your throat and lungs. Have others started asking you to repeat yourself? Do you feel your voice tires easily or has lost its power? A strong, clear voice in older age often reflects good respiratory health and neuromuscular control. But when the voice starts to weaken, it could point to reduced lung capacity or early neurological changes. This doesn't mean you're in danger, but it is a flag worth noticing. Simple vocal exercises, singing, or even reading aloud daily can help maintain your voice and everything it represents. Because your voice is more than sound. It's the echo of your strength. Let's begin. Resilience is a quiet superpower. Do you bounce back quickly from stress, or does every change in your routine leave you anxious or worn down? Researchers have found that mental flexibility and emotional recovery are closely linked to longevity. 2 men, Daniel and Hugh, both 76. Daniel adapts when his schedule changes or plans fall through. He adjusts and moves forward. Hugh, however, gets thrown off easily, struggles to cope, and stays stressed long after the moment passes. That difference, it's more than personality. It reflects the nervous system's ability to regulate itself. If you've noticed yourself getting more emotionally drained by minor events, it may be time to invest in your mental fitness through mindfulness, social engagement, or even creative hobbies. Because how you weather the small storms often predicts how you'll face the big ones. Are you still asking questions? Still learning new things? The desire to learn, to stay mentally engaged, is one of the most underrated indicators of long life. People who remain curious tend to keep their brains younger, their social lives active, and their motivation alive. Whether it's reading new books, trying unfamiliar recipes, or learning a new skill, this hunger for growth keeps the mind sharp and the heart young. If your days feel repetitive, if you haven't learned something new in a while, start now. Because curiosity doesn't fade with age, it only fades if we let it. This might seem strange, but studies have shown that a declining sense of smell can be an early predictor of shorter life expectancy. It's not about losing your love for flowers or your favorite meal. It's that your olfactory system, the part of your brain responsible for detecting scent, is closely connected to memory, brain health, and even survival instincts. If you've noticed that smells don't seem as strong or distinct, talk to your doctor. It may be a sign of neurological aging that's worth exploring. Don't ignore it. Even your nose may be whispering something important. Loneliness can be as harmful as smoking or obesity when it comes to health outcomes. But it's not just about being surrounded by people. It's about having meaningful connection. Laughter, shared stories, even regular phone calls with someone who truly knows you. These are protective forces that can extend life. If your social circle has shrunk, rebuild it slowly but intentionally. Because connection is more than comfort. It's a kind of medicine. Finally, perhaps the most powerful predictor of all, purpose. Why do you get up in the morning? What keeps you moving? People with a reason to wake up, whether it's gardening, caring for others, volunteering, or creating, tend to live significantly longer than those who feel adrift. Purpose gives structure to your days and strength to your years. So if you've been drifting, start small. Find something that brings meaning to your life, even if it's just one tiny daily ritual. Because when you live for something, you tend to live longer. The body speaks, often in whispers. And after 70, it doesn't just tell you where you've been, it quietly reveals where you might be going. So take these signs seriously, not with fear, but with awareness. Because knowing where you stand is the first step to walking further. Thanks for joining me in this reflection. If you found this video meaningful, consider subscribing to Echoes of Age and share this with someone who's also on this journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and keep listening to the echoes within.